and Android.
Now at 6, firefighters remain on the scene after a fire destroys a recycling complex in Arkansas. Plus, educators in Carl Junction shake up the school day with earthquake preparation, and students and staff at one Joplin school give a big shout out to their cafeteria workers.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Some Oklahomans are suing to prevent mandating Bibles in schools. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. More than 30 Oklahomans have been named as plaintiffs in a lawsuit against the Oklahoma superintendent regarding his order to have the Bible as required material in every Oklahoma public school classroom. The suit was filed today in the Oklahoma Supreme Court. Last month, Superintendent Ryan Walters announced that $3 million in state funds would be used to purchase and supply 55,000 Bibles to Oklahoma schools. The plaintiffs are seeking a judgment stating that the Bible education mandate is invalid and unenforceable. The plaintiffs in the case include Oklahoma spiritual leaders, parents, and teachers. In response to the lawsuit, Walters stated on social media in part, quote, "It's not possible for our students to understand the American history and culture without understanding the biblical principles from which they came. I will never back down to the woke mob, no matter what tactic they use to try to intimidate Oklahomans," end quote. You can see more of Walter's response and see the full petition and lawsuit on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Police arrest a juvenile suspected of a hoax terroristic threat in Neosho, Missouri. Yesterday, Neosho police responded to the junior high to investigate a report of a terroristic threat. Detectives learned that 2 boys had taken a photo of BB guns that was later edited and posted on social media by a 12-year-old girl. Police say the photo indicated that a school shooting was to take place yesterday. Detectives determined that it was a hoax and no real threat existed. Authorities went on to say if this had been from an adult, multiple charges would have been filed, including making a terrorist threat first degree, which is a Class D felony, which carries up to 7 years in prison. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for our first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a great Thursday for us today. Plenty of sunshine across the region. Temperatures a little bit warmer. Still a chilly start, but a fantastic finish. Still sitting at 68 in Lamar, 69 in Monette. Bella Vista a little bit cooler at 62. We have 70 though in Miami, 67 in Parsons. So a fantastic evening. Our southerly winds a little breezy for us today, but helped our temperatures warm up. We still have south winds kind of 5 to 10 to 15, and that's what we're going to see as we go through the overnight hours tonight. And then still winds kind of gusting 15, 20, upwards of 25 as we go into the daytime hours tomorrow. Looks pretty good if you are going to be out this evening. 60s, 50s will drop into the mid 40s later on tonight. Pretty much clear skies will be sticking around, but we are going to start to warm up. We'll also look at some rain chances here in a bit.
See you soon. Fire crews in Rogers, Arkansas continue to monitor a fire at what remains of a recycling business 24 hours after it began. The fire swept through the Mark Industries Incorporated Recycling Center in the 3500 block of North Arkansas Street. Before sundown last night, the plume of fire could be seen from Neosho, Missouri, nearly 40 miles away. At the height of the effort, nearly 20 crews responded, though the fire was contained to the property from the beginning. While most of the crews have left the scene, Rogers Fire remains to monitor the area for flare-ups and air quality. Today, classes at Carl Junction paused to take cover and practice how they would stay safe during an earthquake. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more.
If like some of the roof comes down, we it hits our back and not our head.
Carl Junction students are some of the many students that participated in International Shakeout Day to raise awareness for earthquake safety.
We went under the table and we grabbed onto one of the bars and we put our hands on our head.
So ideally, you want them to get outside and be safe from anything that could fall on them. In the event that's not possible, we seek somewhere underneath a secure table or something that would be safe for them.
While most earthquake centers are to the southwest and east of the Joplin area, some residents have felt the shockwaves from one as recent as February 2024.
History would tell us that anytime you live east or western or near the Mississippi or Missouri River, it's possible that they could make their way to the Midwest. And we don't know what always underlies underneath our surfaces.
When instructions were given to students over the intercom, students went under their desk to practice what they would do if there was a real earthquake.
When there's an earthquake, we should put our hands on our head and get under the table.
Education is super important. Any academic procedures we put in place are important, but the number one job for us as a building is to ensure that when the parents drop their kids off, that their students are safe.
Shakeout Day is meant to remind people that they could be anywhere when an earthquake strikes, like at work or at school. And they want to make sure people have the tools to be prepared. Reporting in Carl Junction, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Shakeout Day began in California and has spread to other states and other countries. Some students in Joplin took time to build their futures today. The Missouri Job Center's Southwest region set up shop in the old Macy's space at the North Park Mall to host the Build My Future event. It's the largest trade and manufacturing expo in Southwest Missouri and a way to present possible career opportunities for some 8th grade through high school students.
Not every kid wants to go to college. Not every kid is ready to go into a specific medical or other type of field. So there's a lot of kids who want to do trade, and so this gives them that opportunity to learn more about it.
That event featured more than 50 vendors and more than 800 students registered. Joplin's Soaring Heights Elementary School served up a special shout out today in honor of National School Lunch Week. The school honored the women they call Queens of the Cafeteria. This hardworking crew prepares and serves up lunches every day for the students at the elementary school. On this particular day, the serving was done by the crew dressed as pirates.
Our ladies try to get in there and talk to the kids and do fun things like this. So you'll see both principals here at Soaring Heights. They're both dressed up as pirates right now. Lots of times we'll talk to the kids about what they want to see on the menu, and whenever I can, I implement that kind of stuff for them.
KOAM's photojournalist Ty Parks is going to take us for a closer look at this crew who serves up food and fun tonight on KOAM News at 10. Join us then. The Gorillas look to replace an All-American tight end. John Dales has that story and more coming up later in sports. But up first, Pittsburgh shows off its spooky face for Halloween. City of Pittsburgh is getting a bit of a facelift, not the kind of facelift that might immediately come to mind, though. Young artists from all over the community got the chance to paint local businesses with their favorite Halloween artwork. KOAM's Lonnie Walton takes us to the streets to see how some residents feel about it.
An old Pittsburgh, downtown Pittsburgh tradition that we've revived this year. It hasn't happened in 10 to 15 years. Someone reached out to the Downtown Advisory Board and said, hey, we really missed this.
Sarah Runyon from the City of Pittsburgh says this Halloween window painting was something the city just could not live without.
Great time of the year to do something fun for the kids, but also I think downtown and the Pittsburgh community in general, they were just kind of itching to see this tradition come back to life. So it's been a huge, huge response.
A local business owner from the restaurant BAM says it's a time for the community to engage.
We have an exciting downtown. We have a lot of new shops. We have a lot of activity down here, particularly this weekend, of course. It's a homecoming weekend.
Not only are the pictures nice to look at, they also can brighten up your day.
I mean, I was having a pretty bad day, and me and my friends were driving by and just seeing like the little beats of artwork, it's very personal. It's very, people put their time into it.
Oh, I think it's nice. It gives you something to look at. We were out walking, so it's something to look at.
Very festive for Halloween and intermixed with the gorilla red and gold.
It's more than just a display, it's a competition. Judges will choose winners that will receive prizes. In the meantime, the people of the community are all winners, getting to enjoy a little holiday spirit on display. Reporting in Pittsburgh, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
That competition should be completed just in time for Saturday's PSU homecoming parade. A little later, it's tournament time for some Southwest Missouri high school softball teams. John's going to have the latest coming up in sport.
And we're going to watch our temperatures start to warm back up. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, it turned out to be a nice one for us today after another chilly start, but a really nice finish. Plenty of sunshine, great temperatures. It looks fantastic out there right now. Of course, our evening daylight hours starting to shrink up. A lot of traffic, a lot going on downtown. It's Thursday, maybe Thursday. I bet it is. Looks pretty good. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. All right, on Thursdays, our drought tracker always updates. Now, because we haven't had any rain, we know it gets worse each and every week, which it did again this week. So extreme drought really just south of Nevada, Lamar through Joplin, Monette, Table Rock, Northwest Arkansas, Grand Lake, all the way back toward Bartlesville. Then a severe drought in the orange around it, and then our northwestern counties mainly in a moderate drought. But we definitely need some rain. Unfortunately, we still don't have a lot of rain in the forecast over the next several days, but by next week, we at least have some chances in the forecast. 69 Monette, 68 in Grove. Neodesha also sitting at 68. Let's head outside. Here's 7th and Rangeline, 67. Kind of windy. South winds at about 10 to 20. We've had gusts higher than that. Temps will drop back through the 60s, 50s into lower 40s later on tonight. And you can see those southerly winds kicking in at about 5 to 10 to 15 with gusts a little bit higher than that. It's going to stay kind of windy tonight into Friday. South winds 15 to 20, upwards of 25. And even on Saturday, it's still going to be breezy, but the winds will start to back off a bit by the time we get into Saturday evening. All right, looking outside, there's nothing going on here. In fact, the entire Central Plains, really not much going on. We're tracking our next storm system out to the west, which will start to affect us late in the week and into early next week. Unfortunately, it's just not a very big system. You can see it drop down into the southwest, and as it meanders its way toward us through the weekend into early next week, it's just very weak. Doesn't have a lot of moisture, but it will give us some rain chances late Monday and then into Tuesday morning. That's about the best I can do for you at this point in time. Let's walk through tonight. Temperatures dropping back lower 40s by the time we head into the morning hours. Upper 60s by noon. Once we get into the afternoon, great day, 74, 75 degrees. Fantastic. Tomorrow night, few clouds passing through, dropping back mid-40s once again. Once we get into Saturday afternoon, southerly winds getting into the upper 70s by Saturday afternoon. Here's your Friday, 46 to start, 67 by noon, high temp, 75 degrees. Let's check out your four-state Friday night high school football. Great weather. You're probably going to need a hoodie as we drop back through the 60s into the 50s. And if you're heading out Saturday morning to Maple Leaf Parade, chilly start, quick warm up. It will be another fantastic day. All right, let's go 75 tomorrow, 77 Saturday, near 80 on Sunday. Those low rain chances Monday and Tuesday, and then warming back up as we go through next week.
Yeah, it looks like a nice weekend. And by the way, not only is it Third Thursday in Joplin, it is the final Third Thursday event of the year. So I hope people are getting out and enjoying it tonight.
Yeah, might as well.
Have to wait till spring for the next one.
Yeah.
Still ahead, Miami High School softball plays in the state tournament, and Pitt State football previews its homecoming matchup with Fort Hays State. John Dales has those stories and more coming up next.
I've been a teacher for 16 years, and I'm a mom with 2 kids in Missouri schools. Right now, our schools are underfunded, and our teachers are underpaid. Amendment 2 will fix that. By legalizing sports betting, Amendment 2 will generate more than $100 million over the next 5 years for Missouri education. That means better pay for teachers and a brighter future for Missouri kids. Join me in voting for Amendment 2.
I want something fun. Still professional, something professionally fun.
It's okay to be particular.
Not too medium. More rare than medium, but still medium rare.
Especially with your insurance.
We need policies that
help cover your house, cars, boat, and provide peace of mind.
Yes.
Exactly. With Shelter Insurance, our agents help you design a plan that's particular to you for insurance that fits just right. Find a Shelter agent near you.
See Shelter Agent Richard Hildebrand in Baxter Springs, Kansas, or Carla Boyle in Independence, Kansas.
Join the KOAM Roadshow at the Carthage Maple Leaf Festival this Friday.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm Lisa Oligas. This week on Newsmakers, we visit with Hope for You about helping fund screening mammograms for those in need and how an MSSU women's fraternity makes awareness its mission. That's Newsmakers Saturday at 5:30 a.m. on KOAM.
Next wheel.
You are a chemist of cheese.
I am, Ryan.
That is the greatest job. How'd you get that?
I just applied.
To anybody looking for the greatest job in the world, just apply.
6 nights a week on KOAM TV.
Our biggest truck event of the year has landed. Trucktober at Briggs Auto Group. All month long, Trucktober savings on our hottest sellers. F-150s, Silverados, Rams, Tundras, Sierras, all with special Trucktober pricing. This month only at all Briggs Auto locations.
Hey, look what's going on at Briggs Auto. Briggs.
Pittsburgh State football hosts Fort Hays State this Saturday, and one of the biggest challenges facing the Gorillas coming into this season was replacing an All-American tight end. Well, they brought in Will Huggins to do so. He's a transfer from KU who's felt very comfortable leaving the Jayhawks for the Gorillas.
I felt like I did my time there, and I'm having a great time here. You know, I came on a visit here. I met Coach Ant. I went on a visit with my buddy Jack and Barkley and Gaskell, and they showed me around, and it was a great time. It was an easy decision for me. You know, I've loved it here so far.
When you look at a transfer, you have to take a lot of things into account. You know, we don't just take transfers, you know, blindly without knowing. Will's situation is unique because his best friend was a wide receiver on our team. I mean, Jack Roberts and him grew up together. So when a kid like that comes to us, Jack, and says, "Hey, Coach, I got this guy, KU," and he gives you the background, well, that holds a lot of weight to us.
Miami High School softball has earned its second trip to the state tournament in the past 3 seasons. The Lady War Dogs begin state tournament play this evening. Miami meets Blanchard in the quarterfinal round of state. Lady War Dogs entered this contest with a 22-3 record. They were ranked 15th in the super regional round, where they beat the number 2 seed in the state. Their opponent tonight, Blanchard, has the number 1 seed and has a 35-5 record. I'll let you know the final score later tonight. It's playoff time for Missouri High School softball as well. In the Class 5 District 7 tournament in Lee's Summit, Carthage has its season come to an end in the quarterfinals. Lady Tigers battle into the 11th inning against 2-seed Lee's Summit West, but fall 8-7. A bunch of our local teams are all in Lee's Summit at that same district tournament. Right after that extra innings marathon between Carthage and Lee's Summit West, Joplin and Neosho square off. This is the 3rd meeting of the season between the Wildcats and Eagles. Joplin won both of the first 2, 11-8 at home and 12-1 in the Liberty SummerSlam. I'll give you a final score update on this one as well later tonight. After that contest finishes, we've also got Webb City taking on the host school, Lee's Summit. Cardinals enter this tournament as the 4 seed, are hoping to snap a 3-game losing skid entering this evening. Well, no Friday night lights this week in Oklahoma. All of our local high school football teams from the Sooner State play tonight instead of tomorrow. That includes a big-time battle between Miami and Grove. War Dogs are 4-2 so far this season. They're coming off a 48-zip win over Skytook. Grove has been fantastic. The Ridge Runners are 6-0. They're tied with Wagner atop the district standings. Check back tonight and tomorrow night on Press Box for these highlights. Like I mentioned, we got a bunch more games all throughout Oklahoma. Wyandotte at home taking on Salina. The Bears lost their first 2 district games of the season against Colcord and Kansas, then bounced back last week against Chelsea. Salina has won 2 games in a row entering tonight. That includes a 41-0 blowout win over Commerce on the road a couple weeks ago. That's it for sports. We're back after this.
When the Ozark Hills turn.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. Community members gathered to identify historic buildings in Joplin's North Heights neighborhood. Plus, a new federal safety standard aimed at preventing infant deaths. And the Christmas creep is here. Not talking about the Grinch. Retailers are hoping consumers continue spending as the holiday discounting season gets underway. Those stories, a lot more. It's all coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. And don't forget, you can be the first to know about today's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. You can get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. You'll also see the QR code right there, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. The temperature looking pretty pleasant for the coming days.
Yeah, we're still going to drop into lower 40s tonight, but look at your Friday. 75, just about perfect. 77 Saturday, pushing 80 Sunday and Monday with a few showers in the forecast.
Let's hope we get some rain. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.